You really think you can cook better than me?
Oh, yeah, Gordon.
You're having a laugh, aren't you?
No. This is, you know, dead simple. This is the whole Murray food philosophy.
Simple.
Keep it simple, stupid.
OK, so it's a thick-cut loaf, currants,
yeah.
bit of milk.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds disgusting. Is that it?
It's not disgusting.
So how many eggs you put in there?
3.
You tight bastard. In my bread and butter pudding, I'm going to use 3 whole eggs and 3 egg yolks, so it gets really nice, rich, delicious custard. Can you stop watching me? Because I think you're trying to steal my recipe. Would you like to be a proper chef one day?
Oh, God, no. No.
What would put you off the hours?
You, mate.
What do you mean, me?
Well, you know, clearly plays havoc with a person, being a chef. I mean, I've hung out with Sarge a lot, and he's not normal.
So what have you done first? Tell me.
Well, I've done the bread, I've buttered the pan. You have to butter the pan, children.
Yeah.
Butter the pan or it won't come off the pan when you're washing it up.
What are you flavouring your custard with?
Well, sugar and lemon.
No alcohol?
No alcohol, no. Are you putting alcohol in yours?
Do you know, it's sort of autumn, so I'm going to put a little bit of Bailey's cream in there.
That's classy.
You know what ladies like when they love Bailey's and ice?
It's a fruit-based drink for the lady, yeah.
You know, and do you know what? It just makes that a little bit moreish.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I believe you.
You see, my baguettes are 24 hours old.
Are they?
Yes.
That's what I'd heard.
So because the drier they are,
yeah,
the more custard they absorb.
The more custard they absorb.
Yeah, like you've got big, fat, stodgy bread.
Yeah.
It's not going to absorb any custard. It's going to like eating dry bread. Ow. You can't do that to our customers.
They're your customers. I'm not here next week.
So what do you put at the bottom of your dish?
Butter, and then
No,
the bread. And then the
just
bread
butter.
on top. Buttered bread on top of the butter.
You see, I'm
like
putting a
that.
little bit of surprise at the bottom of mine.
Oh, that's exciting. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at what you're actually doing here. What's this?
Dried cranberries.
Oh, they're delicious.
Aren't they? Aren't they?
It's just a relief I've got cystitis, because it's exactly what I need.
I know, come on. Hey, that's unfair. Now, I haven't tasted yours.
That's good for the urinary tract, that is.
Is it?
Yeah, it is, actually. Have you soaked these?
Yes.
They're quite juicy.
Just in hot water, that's all, just to sort of rehydrate them a little bit.
Oh, right. So anyway, before I was so rudely interrupted, you get the custard, right, which I didn't bother cooking, right, because there's no point, because it's going to cook in the oven anyway, right? He's complicating it again. And you pour the custard in, on top, you put the raisins on. I've got some raisins left. You see, this is how I cook in a haphazard manner, ladies and gentlemen. I defy anyone to argue with my bread and butter pudding.
OK, whilst Al is making this bread and butter sandwich full of raisins, what we've got here is the most amazing sort of soaked 24-hour-old baguette, and it's done with a sort of Bailey's custard. In between the layers, we've got sultanas, golden raisins, a little bit of apricot jam, and then we're going to cover the top of that with sugar so it caramelises as it cooks in the oven. And that's going to be 10 times better than old Sheffy's over there that tastes like stale bread that's been dipped in ale and left outside for 3 weeks, and even the cat won't eat it. OK, ready for the oven?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Here it comes.
Now, just before it goes in there, just have a look.
Yeah.
And even before they're cooked,
Yeah.
you know exactly which one's going to come out best with their blind tasters.
That one.
Oh, come on, Al.
The normal one.
There is one winner,
Of course there's one winner.
and the winner is... Well done, Al.
Get out.
Justice! Fantastic!
Are you sure?
They found you too heavy, actually.
They found mine too heavy?
Yes, indeed.
That can't be true.
I'm afraid it is, Gordon.
Fantastic.
Well done, Al.
You know when you go outside this door, you turn left by the traffic lights? Yeah, it's called a job centre.
Really, yeah.
Dear, oh dear. So start off by peeling the pears. And once they're peeled, put them straight into sugar and water. That's basically called a stock syrup. And then all you do there is just gently poach the pears for about 8 to 10 minutes. How's it going?
Not bad, Gordon, not
Yeah?
bad. We're well on track.
Now, the secret behind this dish is what?
Ginger.
Ginger. Where's a cheesecake with ginger?
Yeah.
Sounds disgusting. Apparently you nicked it out of Jamie Oliver's book, is that right?
No, it was actually Delia.
Delia's book. Oh, not another one. So how much chocolate's going in there?
150 grams.
150 grams?
Yeah.
Yeah? All I've done here is pasted the Philadelphia cheese with the sugar and vanilla. And that fresh vanilla looks like little tiny globules of sort of pepper, but what it does actually perfumes and sort of lightens up the whole cheesecake, because there's nothing worse than eating a cheesecake that's very stodgy. What's in there?
Ginger biscuits.
Ginger biscuits. Just ginger biscuits?
Crust. I'm not going to say too much, Gordon.
Just in case I'm going to do a little bit of stealing, right?
He'll nick it, he'll nick it.
For my base, I'm using bran flakes.
That's brought together with some melted chocolate. You just get 2 pieces of greaseproof paper and then take your mixture and just place it onto the greaseproof paper. You just roll that, just as you would rolling pastry. And look, it starts to layer this really nice thin biscuit. Get your cutter and place your cutter there. Just place that into the fridge, 5 minutes, and that'll be a really nice firm biscuit base ready for our cheesecake. Neil, in the fridge, please. While the base is setting in the fridge, slice the poached pear and add to the cheese and chocolate mixture. Then after 5 minutes, look, nicely lined biscuit base. Once the base is set, pipe the mixture into the mould. Once you've filled up the mould with the mixture, they go into the fridge for about 8 to 10 minutes to set.
Right, Paul, base is ready.
Now all I'm going to do is add my mixture to the biscuit base. I'll place all that in there. Now that is ready to go straight in the oven for 1 hour and a quarter.
It's the moment of truth for our chocolate cheesecakes. Right, gentlemen, are we ready?
Yep, we are.
Yes?
Born ready.
Born ready.
Born ready.
Here we go. OK, happy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, good luck. OK. JP, upstairs. Service, please. Go.
Okay. So Chantal,
Yeah.
you get dessert number 1 in front of you.
Our blind tasters tonight are all professional chocolate sellers, tasters or manufacturers, so they should know what they're talking about.
Yeah, there's ginger in the
Yeah.
something next to it. Maybe.
It's nice, like this kind of ricotta-ish, slightly
Yeah.
off, you know, crème fraîche taste.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we go for dessert number 2. Also the
Thank you.
Bon appétit.
Merci.
It's more chocolatey.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
Maybe a bit of honey or something in there.
Yeah. Base is actually quite difficult to grapple with, isn't it?
Well, I like the texture of it.
Okay, guys, it's time for the verdict, for the results.
Result time. Feeling nervous?
No.
No? Look at him smiling at the back there. Must have a little bit of buzz in your tummy. OK,
Okay, guys.
results are in.
Yes, they are.
Good.
It's been quite hard, actually, this week.
What do you mean it's quite hard?
No, it's very close, actually. But the winner is today.
Yeah.
Well done, Farman.
Hold on a minute.
What can I say?
Right, here we go. Now they can cook as well. Not only are they heroes, but they can cook as well. Well done, guys.
Thank you very much.
Close call, yes? Well done, big boy.
Thank you.
Close call, yes?
Yeah.
Shit. So I can smell burning now. Back to work, yes? Dear, oh dear, well done. You were confident all the way, weren't you, big
Yeah.
boy? Yes?
Not
Well done, big man. Now, I'm doing a bit of a sort of straightforward classic trifle. We're doing a trifle with caramelised peaches and clementine, very festive, done with the most amazing custards made with vanilla, and then a nice twist at the end. We're going to get some salted peanuts and turn them into a caramel salted peanut. Aggie, tell me what you're doing.
Okay, I'm beating up my egg yolks and the sugar and vanilla paste. I'm
Yes.
going to put a wee bit of corn flour in because I'm slightly nervous that it'll split, and I don't want that to happen.
Okay.
And I've also, can I just say, I've made my own trifle sponges
That's
here.
amazing.
With goose eggs that I bought from a farm
That's fantastic.
yesterday. You may as well go home, in my opinion.
Oh dear, oh dear.
So we've got to bloody well win this. We have still got to win this.
So for my trifle, I'm going to make the most amazing custard, but very simple custard, not like Kim and Aggie's. This is sort of done with sugar, eggs, and fresh vanilla pods.
Do you know what? I've used the wrong cream.
I love you already. You swear like a chef.
If Aggie wins, he's going to cry like a baby. I sense that, you know.
I'm bloody determined to win.
Sorry?
I'm determined to win. I'm afraid I'm very competitive.
Now, what's the most important tip you could give to anyone out there about keeping their kitchen at home clean? What would you say
To
first?
keep your
Clutter.
wiping up cloth absolutely clean. Stop spreading the bacteria.
And clean as you go?
Absolutely clean as you go. That's right. Clean as you go. And get everyone else to muck in.
So the peaches we're just going to quarter, roast them off in a little bit of sugar. The exciting thing about caramelising these peaches is done with the most amazing sugar, very fragrant Muscovado sugar. And that gives a really nice sort of rich, syrupy colour onto the peaches. Will you stop that, for goodness sake?
This man's a big man, you know.
Dear, oh dear,
Do you know,
I feel
for
like
the
I've
guy,
got
come
a
and
wheel of
feel
curry
this.
back in the kitchen.
Bit of hair, do you need to take off? These love hands are growing a bit.
For
Mind you, I don't mind
God's
hanging
sake,
off.
woman. Ow! Shit, I feel like I've got a baby rhino on my
Stop.
back.
You're putting him off his food, for God's sake.
If they're trying to distract me, it really is working, you know that, because I can't just concentrate on anything right now. God, I've never had a 64-year-old grab my boobs like that. Now I'm giving the Swiss roll a little bit of a sort of bit of a Scottish effect. I'm sort of dousing it in Grand Marnier. Can I just say, I can't believe the mess. Look at the state of it.
Right, you're absolutely
How
right.
clean is your house?
Wait till you see the mess I make of you, dear later.
Look at the floor.
Deliberate.
I've roasted the peach and the clementine off in muscovado sugar. They've sort of been caramelised, beautifully coloured, and now I'm just going to add them to the sponge. And then we're going to add the custard.
They're very splashy things, those, you
I know it.
Not only is my brain set, but the custard's about to set, so I'm going to put that in the fridge to cool down. And once that's nice and cool, we're going to finish it with a creme fraiche, finish with muscovado sugar, and hopefully get rid of that honey monster. I'm finishing my trifle off with some salted caramel peanuts. It's just salted peanuts in a pan, a sprinkle of sugar, and a sprinkle of salt. But this is not any salt. This is not a powder salt. This is called sel de Garenne. It's a sort of rare grey sea salt. Very powerful, very delicious, and it goes well when you make a caramel. And just leave them to cool down. Rolling pin, break them up and sprinkle them on top of your trifle. Custard on top. Now, most importantly, get it in the fridge and let it set for about 35, 40 minutes. Let's get the frog in. Where is he?
both-
Jean-Baptiste, s'il vous plaît. Put these two ladies out of the misery and tell me,
Who's the winner?
of course, who's the winner?
The winner is this week,
Yes.
Kim and Haggy.
Oh, get out! No, you're joking, aren't you?
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. This is so much better. Oh, God. You can't
Who's
believe
tasting
it.
them up there?
Yes, indeed.
They've got,
I suggest-
they've got crap palates.
Yeah, I suggest we get their mouths cleaned out. Are you sure?
Yes, I am.
Oh, piss off. What are you doing?
This is cocoa, sugar and flour.
Yep.
And then this is the eggs and you just pour it in and there.
And that's it.
That's it, yeah.
So
But it
no-
tastes great.
I'm sure it does. Now, no chocolate in there? No.
And it's got cocoa powder.
Just
in.
cocoa powder?
Yeah, and then I have to grease the tin.
And that looks like something you've nicked from your granny.
Yeah, that's
Yeah?
the general
And then that goes in there. And how long does that cook for?
25 minutes or maybe a bit more if it doesn't look cooked.
Yeah, because it should be nice and crispy on the outside and soft and gooey in the
gungy.
middle.
Yeah, gungy.
That's the word.
And-
You're a lady who likes pressure. You've
I
got
do.
37 guests coming round on Boxing Day.
Christmas Day.
Christmas Day.
Yes,
That's a
yeah.
big table, that, 37.
That is a big table.
And you're cooking
yeah.
not single-handedly, surely.
Well, sort of single-handed. I've got this turkey that's kind of
Huge.
huge. So have you got lots for Christmas?
I think we've got about 18 or 20.
Hey, that's just as bad.
I know. Crazy.
So
Yeah.
do you do lots of entertaining then?
I'm not very good at the dinner party thing, you know that. It's not the kind of thing I really enjoy doing, to be totally honest.
So this is why I couldn't be a cook, because I think this is taking ages and it's really boring. I'm thinking, God, hurry up.
How do you know so much about property?
I've got a building company. I do a boys' job, you see. You do
Okay.
a girls' job, I do a boys' job.
I do a girl's job. Yeah, that's the whole gripe. I wish women would get back in there and do their job. You know that? Women do make the best chefs, you know that?
I know, well, obviously, women do everything best.
No, well, not quite everything. Hello. Not quite everything. You're a bit of a matchmaker, aren't you?
I am. It is a bit of an obsession of mine. Always has been, actually. Which,
Serious. Now, do you do
any
that over
excuse-
food?
Yeah, no, well, the best place to meet someone is over food and booze, isn't it?
Food and booze, yes.
Yeah, stick food and booze and a few
Can't-
single people together and they're going to get married.
And what about someone like our resident food critic? I mean, is there a woman out there that's mad enough to sort of date him?
How would you describe him?
Moany, whingy, beardy, short ass.
I think he definitely gets someone.
He definitely gets flipping heck. Now the chocolate and the butter's melted. I've whisked the eggs lightly. I've folded them in. Sarah's is going to be slightly gungy in the centre, she said. Sounds very ominous. And mine, of course, is going to be lined with like chocolate buttons and these little things, pecans. I have to say, at this stage, without getting too carried away, a damn sight more appetising than Sarah's. Mind you, I said that about the trifles last week as well, didn't I?
Also, I think that putting nuts in it is a
Yes.
bit like putting leeks in macaroni cheese.
Oh, really?
See, it's just wrong. It's
Like put-
ruining the purity.
I'm now just going to lift that out and put them in to the moulds. And then, hopefully, we'll be ready. So when you fill the mould up 2/3 because they're going to rise slightly and then we leave it nice and soft and gooey in the centre. And those chocolate buttons, hopefully, will be intact but slightly runny.
I could have refurbished a 5-bedroom house in the time it takes to melt some butter. Like, how frustrating. This one's going to eat it and you've just got washing up to do.
Whilst you're pregnant, okay, and
Yeah.
obviously my wife's been pregnant 3 times, I put weight on to make her feel happy. Does it happen the same with your
Such a
husband?
sweetie.
Does he put weight on to make you feel
He
sort of
is, actually.
less fat in bed?
No, he does still
Does he?
say, good God, you're fat every time I have no clothes on.
Serious.
So, which
Oh,
is true,
yeah.
let's be honest.
No, you're going to stay confident now because they're not cooked. Now, let me have a quick look at yours.
Okay.
Just like the bike sheds. You can look at mine, let me look at yours. Yeah.
Cheeky.
That's nice. Is that...
I've got to say, yours does look like you cook for a living and mine does look like I don't.
And I desperately need to win.
win.
I shouldn't be overconfident about, the brownies at this stage, but I have to say, I bloody am, you know that.
Are you?
Because if I lose this challenge this week, honestly...
I've got to say,
I will start liking Angie Roll Thompson. That's how confident I am I'm going to win.
Yeah, I think I've had enough of that one. Yeah.
Ali JB.
Also, this week the winner is...
Yes.
Well done, Sarah.
Oh, get out, will you? Pissing around.
Oh, no.
Sarah won.
Yes.
Oh, get out.
I'm really sorry.
The result, you know that. I always say that to my sort of fellow contestants, good luck.
You're wishing me luck?
Yeah,
I think with your track record, I should be wishing you luck.
I can tell you've got attitude already, your hands are folded. Are you in a
Yeah,
mood?
my body language is like...
Body language.
I know this kind of dessert's a bit beneath you. It's not complicated enough for you, is it? Not unless you're going to make some chocolate doodly-dar thing on the top.
Just going to be a nice, simple fig tart. Nothing more
Tart?
than
You're making a tart?
You're in the kitchen, so I thought nothing better to do than a nice
You're
tart.
making a big tart?
Yes!
You absolute slimy I'm just doing baked figs.
No.
What do you mean? Since when did you add the pastry bit? I thought we were cooking the same thing.
It's a fig recipe. You had your baked...
Well, I can give you my word that any women in the audience will not eat pastry. So you're wasting your time. I'm making the kind of dessert women like. Fruit.
We'll
not
find out.
pastry, fruit.
Right, OK. I'm not going to argue. Not now. We've been in the kitchen 3 minutes. Cool. Do it.
This is a bit of a very easy dessert, which is baked figs, which you just cut up and then you squeeze so they open up a bit. And also, when you buy the figs, you don't want to be buying figs that are too ripe because they'll disintegrate before you even start. Bugger off. Don't put me off. Shut up. Just move away. I'm just sprinkling over some brown sugar.
Janet's doing a baked fig dessert. I'm doing a very, very simple, straightforward fig tart, which Janet thinks is slightly poncy, but it's not. It's just puff pastry, frangipane, which is made out of almonds, eggs, sugar, and icing sugar. We're going to spread the frangipane on the puff pastry and just bake it in the oven for 2 to 3 minutes. And then once the frangipane starts to cook, I'm going to take out the tart and lay the figs on there. In the oven, 2.5, 3 minutes, done. In we go.
Just adding some marsala, which is a sweet Italian dessert wine. You can use it. It's worth having a bottle of this at home, actually, because you can use it in quite a lot of desserts. Good for trifle.
Now, I know you're trying to put me off, but look what's happening now to my fig tart. Pastry's half cooked. Frangipane started to rise. All I'm going to do now is just put the figs on top. That doesn't look poncy to you, does it? And look what I'm doing. Icing sugar and 5 spice. OK, glaze over the tart. Oh, I'm so determined I'm going to win this one, you know that. Just have a little smell of that.
It smells fantastic. It's great.
Now we're going to glaze them in the oven. How are yours doing?
They're fine. They need a bit longer.
Now, it's quite fascinating. You are a classified foodie, but was it your mum who taught you? Or...
Oh, no, my mother couldn't cook. My mother was a ghastly cook.
Really?
She could only cook... I wish she belongs to that generation where they cooked everything for far, far too long.
Stews.
And, Sunday lunch. I mean, they would literally put the meat on the minute you finish breakfast. And then there's that strange working class meal called tea, which you have on a Sunday, where you open a tin of ham and you have the salad, which is a lettuce with 2 tomatoes. Can I look at my figs?
Yes, of course you can.
Yeah, they're done.
They're done. How do you know they're done?
Because they're soft to the touch.
Yes. Are you cooking this for your birthday? We're not allowed to say it's your 59th birthday, are we?
Say I'm 59, and you can say I'm nearly as old as your mother, you rude.
You are the same age as my mum.
I look great.
So, I know you do. OK, Jean-Baptiste, you well?
The winner is... Janet.
Fantastic!
Again!
Fantastic!
Are you sure?
Yes. Yes, no,
What did
sure.
I say?
But what did they say?
You shouldn't take me on. You shouldn't have took me
No,
I told you I only played to win.
the puff pastry, a little bit too hard.
The puff pastry a little bit
and
too
they like your
hard.
ice cream, you know, with the raisin and the vanilla.
So I'm doing a very simple, straightforward chocolate tart. No frills, no spills, no creme fraiche, no vanilla, chocolate tart with roasted hazelnuts. We're going to make the most amazing pastry, roll it out, line it in this flan ring, put the cream and milk on to boil, Add that to my little chocolate buttons.
There's a very well-known Elizabeth David chocolate cake that uses ground almonds instead of flour and keeps it lovely and moist and quite fudgy in the middle. This is really based on that, except I'm just using chestnuts cooked in a little cream and milk, mashed instead of the ground almonds. But really, it's a tribute to her recipe. But it's lovely at Christmas because it's got the chestnuts in.
Milk, cream up to the boil, hazelnut praline on top of the chocolate buttons, and then, quite simply, cream and milk onto the chocolate and stir away. Now, the thickening agent of this particular tart are whole eggs. And what the egg does is as the cream and the chocolate and the milk cook, of course, the eggs help to set it. Lightly whisk up the eggs and fold that in to the chocolate. Now, I'm just going to lightly toast my nuts. Now, Hugh, you're highly competitive, aren't you? Even though you're living in the countryside, you still have that chef's competitive streak in you, don't you?
Yeah, I like to win, Gordon. Whoa. No, it's all right. You thought it had all gone horribly wrong for me there, didn't you?
I was hoping it had, you know that, Hugh.
I'd get fired from your kitchen so fast. When I look at my part, look at that.
Look at... Oh, my God.
Does that actually bring you out in a sweat? I'd be getting clipped round the head if this was...
What?
I probably am about to be clipped by the head.
Weren't you fired from the River Cafe for being a messy puppy?
Yes.
Yes?
In a word, yes.
Flippin' heck.
There we go.
We're baking the tart blind. That means we're going to line this ring with a pastry and then bake that off first. So that's an added insurance policy that A, the pastry stays nice and crisp, and B, all we have to do then is just cook the chocolate filling. So baking blind simply means cooking it twice. Do you miss not being a professional chef running a restaurant full time?
I don't miss it at all because I was quite a bad professional chef.
Really?
I just, you know,
A bit like Jamie.
I haven't got the discipline. But what I do now, I enjoy very much. You know, what we do in Dorset isn't really a restaurant. It's more informal than that. It's about telling people where the food comes from. I have a great kitchen team, but it's sort of more of a cookery school than a restaurant. And
did you have long, straggly hair at the River Cafe?
I've always had long, straggly hair.
How many times a year do you wash it?
I think I'm due for about once a month.
Seasonal?
Seasonal.
Did you have to wear a hairnet?
I could be due for my pre-Christmas wash any day now. You're distracting me and you're making me over-whip the egg whites. The thing about folding in egg whites is never fold more than you need to, but you do have to get it properly incorporated, which means going deep to the bottom of the bowl and just lifting the mix, and that's it. And in it goes. And that just goes in there for 25 minutes. Really important not to overcook it so that you don't want it to dry out.
So, out. Nuts. Sprinkle the nuts at the bottom. Chocolate in.
Does look very good.
We don't fill the tart right to the very top here. 2/3 of the way in. Open the oven door. And then get the rest of your mixture and top up the tart.
So that's so you don't have to carry a really full tart over to the oven.
Exactly. So it gets really nice and full.
Okay, this is the one that's absolutely and completely fucking wonderful.
Jesus Christ! And what about this one with the hazelnuts?
I would never eat that. That is fucking brilliant.
Sharon Osbourne, I did love you.